What's up, Internet Land? Dan McCall here on Whatever It Takes Wednesday, episode number 4. And today we have a great, I really highly respect, top producer and influencer in the marketplace and the space of network marketing, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, etc., etc. The guy just crushes every venture that he does. And it's really excited to have him on today, and grateful that he lives close by here in the Philadelphia area, where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on my man Kyle O. You can go ahead and slide right in, brother.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me here, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So this is going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm going to be peeling back the layers of Kyle O. and as far as during this hangout and interview, you guys go ahead and feel free to drop any questions below. I got my main man Sean in the background. He's going to be taking your questions. Feel free to drop them down. So what I'm going to ask the first question. This is like my favorite beginning to ask, and these like got you a little nervous, probably, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
That's good though. It's good. It's good for you. So who is Kyle O? Like where's Kyle O from? What's your backstory?
Well, I'm originally from Hong Kong and basically raised in Philly. Most of my life since I was 5. I'm 31 now. You really want me to just go in details, like my story, my background?
Yeah, sure. I'll ask you questions to kind of keep it flowing.
Okay, so more like why I got involved with network marketing, online marketing space.
We'll get to that. So you're from Hong Kong. So thanks for that. And you grew up in Philly, and that was going to be my next question, just to kind of rewind back to the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. Okay. So what? So we can stop right there as far as your history from Hong Kong and grew up in Philly and everything like that. So what got you into entrepreneurship? What was there a specific thing that got you, like, that intrigued you about entrepreneurship and financial freedom and that kind of thing?
Honestly, I typically raised with Asian parents. They all want you to be like a doctor, a lawyer, a pharmacist. So I never really looked into entrepreneurship until I really needed to. And what I mean is, like, long story short, so I'm 31 now, so when I was 19 or 21, I actually got in trouble with the law. So, I did time, drug dealing, hanging out with the wrong people, wrong place at the wrong time. So I did 2 years. I have a felony, and it's very hard for me to get a decent job. So that's when I started becoming more open-minded to look into entrepreneurship, look into online marketing. Like, I knew people were making money online, but I just didn't know the how. But my why was big enough for me to figure it out. At that time there was a YouTube, right? And then there's a lot of free information, Google, Facebook, a lot of free information out there. So I started looking up information, what did people do to have success? So I started modeling people that are having success, what kind of videos they made, what kind of content they posted on Facebook, their blogs, copy everything that they're doing. And then I started having a little bit of results, and I started posting results. And then that's when I started building a following. But until I started following people that had success, I was not able to, get any results online. So I was holding a job. I was dishwashing. After I got out of jail, I was dishwashing. And while I was not at the job, I was trying to figure out how to make money online. So that's basically, I had 2 jobs. One was working as a dishwasher, and the second job was to try to figure out how to get out of that job and try to make this a full-time gig as an entrepreneur online.
Yeah, great, man, great. That's awesome, man. I could relate to, definitely relate to that, with my own personal journey here. So I was going to get to this next question, like, in your entrepreneurial journey, have you ever failed, and from your failures, like, what have you learned? The answer is usually yes, that you failed, because we all fail along the way, right? Do you have any kind of Do you have anything that you could share, like about your failures, along the way that could help somebody?
Yeah. So I've been doing this for 7 years, online marketing. Have success, and also, like Dan said, there's a lot of failures along the way. There's a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of times when you're trying to maintain a presence on social media, you want people to see that you had success and more success. You never want to show people that you're going, down, and then you never really want to show people ups and downs. Right? On social media, you always want to show people, like, oh yeah, look at this car, look at this lifestyle, look, I'm traveling everywhere. But the truth is, there's a lot of ups and downs, and actually, around December, when I started contacting you, was actually when I was, at my all-time low in this industry of online marketing. I was struggling, so I was reaching out to a couple people that not a lot of people noticed, but I was actually reaching out to a couple people, like, hey man, what have you been working on? I told the truth to some people. I reached out to you. I said, I was struggling. But to social media, on Facebook and Instagram, people see, like, wow, he's having a lot of success. He's making a lot of money, but they don't realize, the struggle behind the scenes as well. So now I'm doing a lot better. It's just that there was always times where you're not always, doing well, or you're not always making a lot of money. There's struggles in between that people don't see.
Yeah, I could so resonate with that, and I appreciated just talking. You were talking, and we're seeing through some things that we can do together and things like that. And it was nice to just catch up with you, and I could relate to your pain, because me personally, being an entrepreneur for 18 years, it hasn't been an easy ride. I've been through bankruptcy and living off assets while you're trying to make something else work, or getting paid from an old company while you're trying to build a new company, right? Like, it's like, so it's like, I could definitely relate to the pain. And I've never met anybody very successful that hasn't endured that pain, and that's something that a lot of people just don't want to go through. I think that's one of the big make or break kind of things. Is a lot of people just aren't built for it. They wouldn't rather. I like what Mark Cuban said on a Shark Tank or not too long ago. He was like, the entrepreneur would rather work 80 hours a week to avoid a 40-hour-a-week job, just because he wants to work for himself and come and go as he pleases and do what he wants when he wants and live life on his terms, So, so I could really relate to the pain, because it's real. There's no such thing as being successful without enduring some pain, no gain, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, right? But here, let me go ahead and get to another question here. Here's a really good one. I really like this question, and I think you'll like it too. If you had to go back in time and give yourself advice when you first got started, what would it be? Like, if you were able to go back in time in a time machine, give yourself advice for when you first got started, like, what would you tell yourself? And this is good for people that are just getting started, obviously.
So early on,
make it personal. So you're asking yourself instead,
Yeah. So early on, what I did was a lot of trial and error. I was one of those people that would be like, I know it all. I don't need mentors. I don't need to follow anybody's advice. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure things out on my own. But if I were to start back all over again, 7 years, back, I would actually get a mentor or two, not just one person, but like a few people in the same industry as you. So for me, online marketing, affiliate marketing, I should have a mentor that's in that space in affiliate marketing, just like Dan in e-commerce. If he was to start all over again, right, you would have a mentor or two in e-com instead of trying to just figure it out on YouTube or on Google. There's just so much information out there, and you just don't know who to listen to. Everyone looks like a guru, and everyone's saying, oh, buy this course, buy that course. It's confusing out there, and would you rather spend 2 to 3 years with trial and error, figuring it out on your own, or would you just follow one person, right? If that person's making $1 million a year in e-commerce, then you go, okay, I want to go to that guy and take his course or follow him. Not just random people that have testimonials. So like Dan has testimonials, people are having results with his course. So now people go, okay, I want to go to yours, right? As long as there's testimonials, everything seems legit. Just follow them instead of trying to figure things out on your own. It will be a lot faster. More success.
Yeah, that's good stuff,
faster,
man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, and I don't want to talk too much about my own story. I want to talk mainly about yours, but that does remind me of my own personal story with e-commerce. And in 2008 and 2009, I sold on eBay, and I broke even or lost money for like 2 years, and I didn't have a mentor. So this kind of like shows, it just kind of validates your point.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I had mentors and in my specific niche and space that that I was able to grow a lot faster. And I believe in I'm a big believer in workout partners too. I don't know if you're a big believer in that or not as well, but workout partners as in like people that are like on your level that you kind of conversate with and talk about things as you're going. So obviously some of your mentors might not be as accessible, so it's good to talk to people that are on your level, that have a little bit more time for you, of course. You'll probably agree with me and laugh about this too, but it's kind of reminds me of people that are brand new and they're trying to recruit the guru. Like it's like you kind of gotta like level up, like kind of like recruit people that are on your level and then like step up, and then recruit people that are on your level, kind of step up. Like everybody wants to go from 0 to 100, like in the network marketing or affiliate marketing or internet marketing space. Like they want to go from 0 to 100, and it just doesn't work like that. Like you can't climb a ladder and go from step 1 to step 8. So you have to climb. You got to take each step one at a time. Right? So
Absolutely.
That reminds me of my grounding philosophy. I always say, because I started running last year, of just like when you're running, if you run a marathon, you got to run a half marathon, 13 miles. You don't want to be like thinking about mile 5. You want to be like one foot in front of the other, because that's all you can do at the moment. You know what I mean? You got to focus on what's best for you at the moment. You know what I mean? And that's going to probably lead into some other really good questions. So here's another question that I have here. We'll flow into this here. So you're obviously a top producer and top influencer, like in the network marketing, internet marketing, and affiliate marketing space, etc. Do you recommend? And there's no right or wrong answer to this. It's just a matter of you sharing your perspective. Do you recommend any particular social media sites? Which ones are your favorites? Like what's your perspective on social media and marketing and that type of thing?
I started mostly with Facebook, because at that time I was just like dead broke, trying to figure out how to work things out. So I was using Facebook, and it's free. I wasn't even using fan pages. It was just my profile. And what I did was, early on, look for all the who's who in the industry. So network marketing, right? There was Ray Higdon, Eric Worre. So I would go on their fan page. I would like their fan page. I would start commenting. I would start engaging on their content. Start going into groups, Facebook groups that have real interactions. And a lot of people, if you're looking at this live, and you're in network marketing or some type of marketing, there's a lot of these spam groups on Facebook. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about real groups that have people that are engaging, providing value. And what I would do is I would do the same thing in there. I would drop comments. I would, just throw myself out there and say, hey, thanks for having me in this group. I'm looking forward to network with some of you people, here. And then people start commenting like, welcome, right? Welcome, Kai. And people start adding me. Like, when I started, just like most people, you just have your friends and family, and nobody really wants to look into your business. So what I did was I just network with people that are in the industry and surround myself with wherever network marketers are at, wherever online marketers are hanging. So Ray Higdon's fan page or on his profile, right? Drop some comments, and people will go, hey, who's this Kai Lo guy? And then people will start adding you on Facebook. So I keep my profile public. A lot of times people have their profile default to that friends only, where if I'm not connected with you and your profile's private and I'm not connected with you, I can't see any of your content. So I don't know who you are. So what I did was I provided my own content, posted my own, my own thoughts, my own opinions on my profile, right, for free. And then once I did that, I started just putting myself out there, right? There's no traffic. I didn't know how to get traffic, but I knew if I hang around where all the network marketers were at, people would eventually connect with me and they start looking at my content. They might look into something that I posted maybe a week ago about some type of business or maybe some type of way to generate leads, and people would comment like, hey, I'm interested in that, inbox me, tell me more. So that's when I figured out how to generate leads, was by just hanging around where all the people are hanging out with that are in the network marketing or just marketing in general. Let's just say marketing, because it's a more broad term of what we're doing in this space.
Sure.
So by being around them, I was able to make more friends in the same industry without chasing friends and family and begging them to look into my network marketing opportunity or whatever I'm doing online. So that's how I got started and started building my network and started eventually having a little bit of results. And I was able to show that result and started building a small following. And from then on, it started becoming a big following because of the consistency of what I was working on.
Awesome. So, so now that you have a larger following and things like that, do you still do a lot of that kind of same stuff, or like just like try to find your way into places where the same type of people are hanging out? And offline, do you endeavor to do that offline as well, like as far as like live events and stuff like that goes? I've seen you at like the Network Marketing Pro, like is that what it's called? The one in Vegas?
Network Marketing Pro, GoPro.
Yeah, I've seen you go there and stuff like that. Are you big on that kind of stuff too as well, or?
Yeah, going back to your first question, yes, I'm still doing the same stuff that I've done in the beginning when I was struggling. So whatever works for you, keep doing that without changing. Stay consistent. So what I mean is, whatever worked for me in the past will always work now, and it's just easier. So at first, whatever you're doing, whether it's e-commerce, marketing, whatever that you're doing, it's always hard in the beginning. And as long as you're consistent with it and you start having a little bit of results, just keep doing what you were doing, and then later on, everything becomes easier. And then eventually everyone will seek you out and say, oh, what are you doing? How come you're having results? Send me your link. Tell me more about your business. At first, nobody was doing that. Okay. But then, eventually, as you become more consistent, you become more skillful at whatever you're doing, more and more people will seek you out. And it just seems like you start to have a big following. Everybody wants to do what you're doing. Right, but it wasn't like that when I first got started. And as far as offline events go, I think everyone should go there. So whatever you're doing, whatever field that you're in, go to their conventions, go to whatever offline events, if it's local, if it's maybe a big convention, like the GoPro one was in Vegas. I flew out there because there was 20,000 people there. So I didn't really go for the event. I went for the people. Because, it's all about the hands you shake. It's not so much about listening to motivation. I'm already self-motivated, and I don't need the whole rah-rah, and the basic trainings of how to do marketing. I went for the networking because I met a lot of people on Facebook. So by taking that relationship offline, right, meeting them at the GoPro event, 20,000 people, I was able to shake their hands, take photos, and we're able to tag each other on social media. So I was able to expand my network with people that I already knew by taking photos, we're laughing, we're having a good time, building that relationship. So after that, when you go home, at least you feel like, I met this person, right? It's a lot different. If you just meet them on Facebook and you never actually met in person, it's a lot different than meeting people in person and building that relationship. So maybe later on you can do business together because that person will trust you more than just being a Facebook friend. Just like me and Dan, we're seeing each other in person now, right? Not just Facebook friends, and we might end up doing business later on. You never know. Maybe later you're dropping another e-commerce course, and I say, hey, I want to promote it. Right? I trust Dan, so I know it's good content, so I'm going to promote his offer because I trust him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's great, man. You touched on some good stuff, and I've been in a space of of selling in general, for years, and that reminds me because I spoke at an event like a year or two ago, And I just like went back and watched the video like to see like how I did, like talking in front of the room and stuff like that. Once you ever do that, look back. But that's one of the things I said. I said I was like I think the best link to give somebody a Facebook link. Just kind of like let them get to know you. Like it's not like you want to like you don't really want to ever try to. I don't think you should ever try to hard sell somebody from the beginning. I think we're all guilty of it, right? Because we're like, I want to make a sale. But it's best to just kind of just plant the seeds, and reap the hearts, whatever. So, but so I'll go ahead and go on here to this next question here. I got some more questions in here. If you had to, that one there, media sites. Okay, so here's another one here too. So, do you recommend any tools or apps for online marketing, and if so, what types of tools do you recommend?
The two tools that I think every online marketer should have is a domain with your name, right? You can get that on GoDaddy. You can look up Google promotions. You can get your first domain for like 99 cents or $1.99. Get a domain that's branded to you and make it neutral. So what I mean by that is like my domain is kai-lo.com. I couldn't get kai-lo.com because a technology company actually owns that. So I have a hyphen, kai-lo.com. Instead of a domain like Get Rich Now or Freedom with Kylo or quit your job. A lot of people in this online marketing space, they have domains that sound spammy. They sound like a biz op, and it pushes people away. So, but if you have a domain that's more branded to your name, just keep it neutral, not spammy. People are more likely to click that one than your link saying like, "Hey, make money now with Dan.com." So have a domain. All right, it's dirt cheap. You can get it for like $1 or $2 for your first year, and then I think renewals are like $10, $11. And then the second tool is have an autoresponder like Aweber or GetResponse. Those are the two popular ones. For me, I use Aweber because I think Aweber, when you're broadcasting, it's an autoresponder. So as you build your list, right, you have 10,000 people in your list, 20,000 people. And when you broadcast to your list, when you use Aweber, it's more likely to hit the inbox than the spam folder or the promotion tab in Gmail. So in Gmail, you got the promotion tab, you got the inbox. So I prefer Aweber, and most online marketers prefer Aweber. Some people might say otherwise. Some people might be promoting a different autoresponder, and they'll say, "Yeah, my autoresponder is the best."
Because they're an affiliate.
Yeah, they're an affiliate, but in general, Aweber by far is the best one. So have these two tools. There's plenty of YouTube videos that talk about how to use an autoresponder, how to set up your domain, and then use that domain to forward to whatever you're promoting. Maybe you're promoting a network marketing company or e-commerce training, right? Forward that domain. It's pretty easy. You could go with GoDaddy help, and they'll tell you how to forward. So for me, I forward people to Aweber form. It looks like a capture page. People fill out an email, and then it takes them to my offer that I'm promoting. So by doing that, see, most people in the online marketing space, they're just taking people to their referral link, to whatever they're promoting, but they're not capturing the lead. They're not building the list. So what happens when you stop promoting that company, or what happens if that company shuts down? Right now you have to start all over again. You have to start, looking up people, whatever, in your team or in your company. And it's hard, but if you have a list, let's say you have 10,000 people, you can broadcast the next thing and say, "Hey, I'm promoting this Instagram training, I'm promoting this e-commerce training, check it out." You don't have to go one by one and tell people about this new thing that you're promoting. So you're sending out to 10,000 people, and give or take maybe 2% conversion on, let's say, $100 commission or $100 whatever sales. So with that one email alone, 2% conversion in 10,000 people, that's 200 sales times 100. So that one email alone, you just made 20 grand.
Yeah.
So build a list. So don't just focus on the opportunity that you're promoting, but focus on your list, which is your asset, right? No matter what happens to the company, no matter what happens, 5 years later, you still have your email list, and maybe 5 years later, you might have 100,000 people in your list. So think about that. So when you have 2% conversion on 100,000, now you have 2,000 sales on a $100 commission. Now you're making like $200,000 on just one little email. And that's how all the internet marketing gurus are dominating the space, because you might be new and you might be wondering why some people are hitting the leaderboards or whatever they're promoting. On the first day, they get like 400 sales, 500 sales, and you're wondering like, man, I can't even get one sale, because these people over time build the list. And while they're promoting an opportunity, they're building their list. So they have an opportunity as the vehicle to make money, to build their following, whatever. But your primary focus should be on building your list. And then you can use that, later down the road, and you can always promote stuff. Right? The money is in the list. That's what it means when all the gurus say, "Oh, you got to build a list. The money is in the list."
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Good share, man, and good things you touched on. I use the same same tools too, Aweber and GoDaddy, and I love what you said about keeping it personal. Like with your name Kylo on there. I think that's why a lot of people like you, because you're so personal. You do your best to make it as personal as you can, don't you?
Yeah, and especially on Facebook. All my content's original. Like I put my own ideas out there, opinions.
Yeah.
And
a
lot of people,
another person's post.
Yeah, don't share other people's content. Just post your own stuff and have people share your content. That way, you're putting your name out there. If you keep sharing other people's content, you're only branding another person. So you want people to brand you. You don't want to brand other people, right? Because you want to be in this marketing space. You want to put your name out there. You want more people to know you. So as more people know you, now you have more possible leads. Leads turns into sales. So you make more money as you're branding yourself and not other people. So as far as like Facebook goes, a lot of people ask me, "Hey, Kai, how do you get so much engagement, so many likes and comments?"
Our next questions.
So in order to build the engagement, in order to have more likes, more comments, more people finding you, you have to be willing to just put yourself out there and don't really care about what people think about you. So what I mean is, a lot of times people just want everyone to like them, right? People will go, "Oh man, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't know, what this person might think of me." So as long as you keep putting your ideas out there and your own thoughts, your own opinions, while not everyone might like what you're saying, but at least everyone might get to know you. What I mean is, like, if somebody don't like you, right? Over time, when you're in this marketing space, over time, there will be people that don't like you. There will be people that even make a post about you, right? I don't like this person's, right? Even though they don't like you, they still talk about you. And when people talk about you, their friends will start looking you up, like, "Oh, who's this Kylo guy? Let me check out what is he all about." And so they look at my profile, and in my profile, I monetized it in my bio, in my profile picture, in my cover photo, and all my posts. There's a Kylo.com, Kai-Lo.com. So even if people don't like me, they're talking about me, and they're giving me more leads, right? People are always curious. They're always clicking around. People are always clicking stuff. So when people click stuff, they go to my capture page, they fill out their email, and next thing you know, just because somebody don't like me, that person just helped me get like an extra 10 to 20 leads that day. Because somebody's searching me up. Like, they're always wondering who are their friends talking about. So let me see. What about sales conversion? Somebody asked, what about sales conversion? The more likes and shares, the more comments you get, the more people see your content. So let's say John, Stephanie, Jane, Dan commented on my post. My content will start to show up on their friends list. Not my friends. People that are not connected with me will also see my content. And if I monetize my profile, if I monetize my posts, I will be able to see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm seeing comments.
Getting distracted here by Greg's post here.
So,
yeah, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, no. So what I was saying is, the likes, shares, and comments will indirectly help generate more leads, more friend requests, more people to follow you. And in the long run, it might lead to sales. It might you might make a sale that day. If not, you might make a sale later. But the more noise you make, the more content you put out there, the more people share it. Eventually you'll pull in more sales because people are paying attention to your stuff, or maybe they're in the same space. If you're in e-commerce and they're in e-commerce, maybe they're looking into your training. So it always helps. So eventually it will help increase your sales over time.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And would you have any, like for people that are like, always sharing other people's posts and not sharing a lot of their own content and things like that, would you, like, what kind of words of encouragement would you have for someone like that that's just not doing their own content, like that would maybe possibly help them get over their fears with that? Like, do you have any kind of words of encouragement for something like that?
People that are
There's no
sharing
right or wrong answer.
I think a lot of people are just too comfortable with sharing other people's content and worrying about what people think of them instead of posting their own content. Because the more you share, the more, like I said earlier, you're just branding other people. You're not, who are you, right? For example, like I look up to people like Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk, but I don't share their content. I might look at it, I might study their videos, how they talk, what kind of content they're posting, right? What kind of tips they're providing. So I might study their stuff and I might put a spin to it and post my own content with the same...
That's what I do. I share my perspective about it.
Yeah, with the same 3 tips that they shared, I would say the same thing. So let's say I went to a GoPro event in Vegas. Whatever I learned there, I can share in my own video, in my own content, my own spin to it. That way people will start sharing my content and start building my following.
Yeah.
Because I could easily just hit the share button and say, oh, GoPro said this, Eric Ward said this. Right? It's easy, but you'll never build a following. Right, by sharing other people's stuff. So just post your own stuff. And for those people that are afraid of doing videos, afraid of doing live videos like this, just practice. You can set up a Facebook group, a secret group, and just have you and 2 to 3 friends, and just critique each other's videos when you first start out. And your friends can say, oh, you're blinking too much, or you're saying too much, or you're doing too much hand gestures. Right? Critique each other. So once you start doing that, you'll get better and better. And the more you practice, the more that becomes normal. It becomes part of it becomes a habit. And then you start doing videos on your profile, on your fan page, and it will look like you're natural. And then eventually people will come to you and say, man, you do a really good job making videos, but they don't realize that it took a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error, and you're deleting your videos constantly. Like my first video, it took me about, I think, 3 hours to make a 10-minute video because I kept deleting it. Right? It was so bad that but people don't see that. People don't see that. They don't see the whole the struggle behind it to get better. So the more you improve your skills, the more skills you have, the more not just money that you're making. You're not just going to make more money, but you'll also build a bigger following because now people look up to you because you seem like you know a lot more than they do, even though you started off just like them. Yeah,
man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That reminds me of if people say, "Hey, you look like you're just so comfortable on video, like you did." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I have 500 or 600 videos, or maybe 600 or 700 videos now, So over time, and I remember doing the same thing too, just making a video and be you forget what you were saying, what was I saying? Oh, you just keep on, have to keep on remaking them. And that's one thing about these live videos, I just get a kick out of it because there is no redo. It's kind of funny, It's cool to be on here live. Let's see some of these questions here. What's up, Greg? Got Hakeem on here. Already comment, doesn't matter.
It was mostly Greg's. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just asking a bunch of questions and busting
yeah, so that's perfect example. You have haters, you have people that talk about you all the time. So, right, Greg talks about me, so he's bringing me traffic. And the first post on my profile is a training course for how to make money on affiliate marketing. So now maybe because he's talking about me, now his people will be like, well, what is he talking about, right? Who's this guy? Who's this foo-foo guy he's talking about? It doesn't matter what they say, as long as people are talking about you. It's free leads. More people opt into my email list. It makes me more money in the long run. So
Yeah, I love that.
And back to what you're saying about live videos, you can't edit it, right? Everything's just there. People like that more than their traditional recorded videos, and you get to engage with the audience. Like you can talk to your audience, like Hakeem, right? You can say hello, how are you? You know, where are you from? And people to see that the rawness, right? It builds your following faster with social media, especially online, where if nobody knows you, then the fastest way to get to know people is, right, you just do these live videos and people go, man, I don't know this person, but he seems pretty cool, right? And then now people connect with you. And you build your relationship a lot faster online with raw videos, and if not, at least do the recorded videos.
Yeah, I agree, and that's some advice that I've given somebody else that was doing videos. It's like you should do the live videos on your Facebook, and you'll get more engagement there. That's too bad I wasn't able to do this on my regular Facebook fan page. I think we would have had more engagement for the live video, but the recorded video is going to be great too, and we're actually going to advertise it. We'll be able to see it, for the next coming week here. So that's really cool too. But anyway, so I want to go to here. I mean, this is already on what you were already talking about. I said, and you'll probably laugh when I say this, but the question is, how do you think you get 300 plus likes on every post on Facebook? What do you think? Why do you think that is? It's a funny question to you because you're probably it's like walking and chewing gum to you because that's just your regular life. But to most people, they post something on Facebook and 20, 30, maybe 50 or 100 like their post or engage with it, and obviously you have a lot better engagement than most people.
Yeah, the most important thing I can tell you is target market. So in order to get more engagement, you have to have a network, a connection of people that care about what is it that you're talking about. So let's say if you're in real estate, you want all your connections to be in real estate, right? So not just a bunch of friends from high school or college or coworkers, but you want everyone to be in that real estate space. So whatever you say about real estate, you're going to pull in hundreds of likes or 200 comments. Or if you're posting, let's say you're selling a house in Philly, right, for this price, like and comment info, and then you have all these people that are interested in real estate investing, or maybe real estate agents would like and comment, and the more engagement that post has, like I said earlier, their friends will start to see your content, right? Who's this Kylo guy? Who is this guy selling this house? So not just to get people to comment info, but to also get more leads from other people that might be interested in buying a house or investing or maybe become a tenant, right? If you're renting a spot out, and over time you'll get more people that are interested in real estate because they saw that post from their real estate friends, right? So in network marketing, so I would make a post, blah blah blah, how would you like to make an extra 500 a week, right? Something's pre-launching, and then all these network marketing friends will like and comment info, and then their circle of friends, right, their network will also see my content. So your friends generally have the same interest, right? So if you have network marketing friends, that network marketing friend also has a lot of network marketing friends. So it's constantly what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I'm tap rooting to people's network because they're liking and commenting stuff that they care about. Right? So does that make sense? So if I'm posting something motivational or maybe a story, right, how I got started, my struggle, and I get like 200 shares, it's mostly content that's shared to other people that also see it that might be in the same field of interest. And so as I built more people that are in that same space, everything that I'm posting is targeted. That's why it's always a lot of likes and comments. Right? If I start posting about politics or something about religion, something that's completely off topic to people that follow me, it's going to get me less and less engagement, and people might hit the unfollow button on my profile. The more people doing that, the less people will see my content, right? But if I'm actually posting stuff that people enjoy seeing all the time, then they'll like and comment, and their friends will start seeing my content, and they like it as well. So it starts to go viral. So over time, I built that, over the course of, the last few years.
Yeah. So you sound very disciplined about like what you post, and that's probably what a lot of people are probably missing, just being disciplined and specific to what you post, and you're actually you sound like you're obviously executing. You obviously are executing well.
Yeah, it's a strategy. So it's a strategy for me. My objective to be on Facebook is to do two things: is to generate a lead and to get more signups, close more sales.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't lead to a sale, you're not going to see me post. So sometimes I might post something controversial in the network marketing space. The whole objective behind that is to get people to engage and say, oh, I don't agree with you. Whether they agree or not, they're commenting, they're liking, or they might dislike. They might hit the angry face. Right nowadays, it's not just like. There's love, there's a laugh, there's different emojis of likes. So people might put the angry emoji. Whatever they put and whatever they comment, their friends will see that content. So my objective isn't to care whether that person agrees with what I'm saying. The whole objective is to get more exposure. And more people, they look at my profile, they go, well, what's this link? Or what is this thing he's talking about? Let me click on it. Like I said earlier, people are always trigger happy. They're clicking stuff constantly.
Yeah.
And that gives me more leads. And that leads to more sales.
Yeah. So would you say that's a good strategy for getting more engagement on your Facebook, is to post things that are more controversial?
Yeah, because like I said earlier, your goal as a marketer isn't to be liked by everyone. Your goal is to get everyone to know you. Whether they like you or not, they'll talk about you. So if they talk about you, they get your name out there, more people find you, more people click on your websites, and more emails, more opt-ins. More people look at your opportunity, and it all comes down to more sales.
Yeah.
In the long run. But if you're trying to please everyone, you're not going to build a following, because you're just like everyone else. Like, oh, what should I post? A lot of people post on Facebook like, oh, happy Monday, or don't give up, keep going. It's all like redundant, and everyone's been saying the same stuff. So you got to just stand out and put your own content out there, do your own videos, and really not care about what people think. And that's how you build a following. A bigger following, not just like the whole 40 likes, 50 likes, but actually grow to 300, 400, 500. There's content that I post out that has 600, sometimes 1,000.
Do you ever feel afraid when you're getting ready to send something like, I don't know if I'm going to send this because of the lashback, like the lashback, is that the right word? Do you know what I'm trying to say? You ever feel fearful? Because obviously the people that aren't truly being themselves and speaking about things that are controversial because they're afraid, obviously they do that right before they hit the send button. Probably don't. There's probably a lot of great content. Like, you ever heard of Les Brown saying he's like getting most dreams are like in the graveyard because people never like spoke up or did anything. So
no, you know what? I just post, and
yeah.
And a lot of times when I think it's bad, a lot of times when I think it's bad, a lot of people message me and say, "Hey, I really enjoyed what you just said."
Yeah.
And I actually get more comments, more engagement on things that I didn't think was a good post.
Yeah.
Right? So just put it out there. As long as it's your own, then you'll get shares. You'll get people that like you. You'll get people that don't like you. And just put it out there.
Yeah, I love that. The no fear posting. So it's good stuff. I also like what you said about the motivational quotes and Happy Monday and stuff like that. It's just not original, and I think that's just from the outside looking in. I think that's one of your great qualities. I think you're just really authentic and original, and you speak from inside of here, which is like, not as much externally, like sharing other people's content and things like that. You obviously have a lot more, so we're just going to be one of the last things here. I didn't even plan on doing this, but this is, I obviously, I've been on Facebook for a long time, and from the outside looking in, if you had to give me advice personally, like if you were like say I hired you as my coach for social media on Facebook, if you had any advice to give me personally, what would that be, if you don't mind me asking?
I would first identify what is it that you're doing, right? Your whole objective. Right? So your e-commerce.
Like my lifestyle is a little different than yours, obviously, too, because I have my kids and I enjoy kind of like talking about my family and stuff like that on my Facebook and things like that.
Yeah, so you would
So are my styles different no matter what?
It would be different. Yeah, everyone is different, and everyone can still build their engagement around a specific following. So like my following is different than yours, just like yours is different from somebody else. So you can't expect everyone, like I said earlier, you can't expect everyone to like you, but there are people out there that are family people, and they might be looking into e-commerce, right? Working from home, maybe not doing network marketing. So your audience is different, right? Everyone's just cater to your content to those people, and the more they like, the more they share. And the more they might have other people that are same situation where they have kids, they have a family. They might hang around in different Facebook groups than me. They might hang around different fan pages. Like for you, you might hang around people that are more into Amazon and eBay. Whereas me, I would hang around the network marketing, affiliate marketing people.
Yeah, the whole law of attraction.
Yeah, so your crowd is different than mine. But once you identify what you're doing, like for income, like whatever business that you're in, focus on that space. And you can still build the same following. You can still have the 500 likes, 600 likes, as long as your whole entire network of people is in that same niche.
Yeah. Great.
And so I have a friend that's in real estate, but he hangs around a bunch of network marketers, and he keeps talking about these new houses, or I'm going to flip this house.
Yeah.
And he's doing lives, and people don't really care about his content, because these people are just thinking, well, how do I sell this juice? How do I sell these supplements in my MLM company? Not, I'm going to buy this $200,000 house. So he's not targeting in his friends list. Yeah. Right. Incredible. Just like if I start talking about real estate flipping, I might get like 10 likes. Right. It's not targeted to my audience.
Yeah. That's I think that's really powerful what you said, and I always say that you can know something, like everybody reposts quotes and stuff like that, but you would probably agree that there's a higher awareness to actually knowing something, right, than just being able to re-quote somebody. So like the stuff that you're saying right now, like depending on who's listening to it, they're going to have a different they're going to take it a different way. Like I'm listening to you right now, and I've been persistent and consistent on Facebook for 6-7 years. And, I have an okay following and things like that in comparison to what you have. But me hearing what you're saying and digesting it and like breaking it apart, it seems like you laid out a pretty good, what I would call like a secret anyway. I wouldn't maybe call it the secret, but it seems like as far as like engagement on Facebook, and I'm just like a sponge listening to you. It seems like you're. It seems like one big secret that a lot of people out there are missing is just not having the right network. Like they're like, maybe if they have 600 friends and 500 of them are from their hometown and they're talking about network marketing, and the other 100 or whatever are on there, and that only 100 that they have are following you or other people that are already more successful. They're not going to have as much post engagement because they just don't have the established network. They're not building their network.
Well, I think it's not having the network, and also just not having the content, the original content.
And the original content.
Right? Like you said, everyone's copying Tony Robbins quotes and Richard Branson, right? And don't give up, keep on going. We've seen those all the time on the news feed. It's just Happy Friday and hey, Wednesday, hump day, and then at night they might post good night everyone. It's this new originality.
Who's still up grinding?
Yeah, who's still up grinding? And then
I
they
see that one every night by like 50 million different people.
Yeah, they post these memes and right, a condo building and all the lights are out, and then they post like entrepreneur, the arrow pointing at the room that's still light. It's the same content.
Yeah. everybody's so big on the hustle, right? They all want to make it look like they're hustling, right? Like,
Yeah, so Hakeem said, that is the problem. An established target network needs to be implemented. Absolutely. So once you have the target network, you're posting content that they like, then you will always get more engagement because one, originality, and two, you're targeted. So now those people that are in the same network, so let's say network marketing space, their friends, not my friends, their friends will start seeing my content as well, and that's how I get more, not just friend requests, but more people that are also interested in my content as well, and that's how you build up your following in whatever niche that you're in.
yeah, that's awesome, man. I appreciate everything you're saying, and it reminds me of this quote I heard before. You might have heard the quote too. It's like filler is a killer. You ever heard that one? Like, so like everyone feels like they need to say something on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like, how do you feel about that? Like people feeling they need to say something on Facebook, like they need to talk all the time. Do you feel like people should be more reserved and wait until they have something good to say, as far as getting more post engagement and things like that? And if they don't feel like talking, like they shouldn't say Happy Monday, right? Like it's.
Yeah, the whole filler thing, it goes back to the cliche saying, quality over quantity. So if you're posting 20 times a day, you're just right fillers, just saying, oh my god, I need to post something. If you're just posting just to post, you're not going to build the following. People are going to be tired of seeing your content. Right, Happy Monday, good afternoon. Oh, I just brushed my teeth, and you'll get less and less engagement, and people will start to just zone out. Like you just don't care about whatever you're saying anymore. There are times when I don't post for 2 days, sometimes even a week. But when I do have something to say, right, people look forward to it because they enjoyed what I posted before.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're just posting redundant, boring, mundane stuff, right, just motivation, a quote from, Muhammad Ali or
Yeah.
All right. Then,
yeah, I think that's so powerful, man. You said like, and it's like, it's like you're only posting with intention, pretty much, right? You're not just posting to post because you feel like you need to do that.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm driving or when I'm waking up and I have something that I really want to say, then I just say it. But I know that my audience will like the content that I'm posting. That way, when I have that aha moment, like when I'm driving, I might even stop by a gas station just to just stop and just post it out there. You never know. People might share your content and get you more exposure. Right? If you're just posting the same old boring stuff, nobody's going to share your content. And the more people share your content, the more obviously more people get to know you and click on your links and possibly, like I said, generate more sales over time.
Yeah, awesome, man, awesome. So I'm probably gonna wrap this up here. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate you being here, and coming. And I feel like I feel like myself personally, I got some more clarity, about social media and how to implement and execute better myself in my own business, things like that too. I hope that the viewers, get a lot out of it as well. And do you have any closing thoughts or anything like that, or anything that any other closing value that you'd like to share before we close it out?
I would like to say, whatever you're doing, whatever niche you're in, whether it's e-commerce, forex, real estate, network marketing, stick to that niche. Right? Don't try to dabble. Don't try to do 3 different things and talk about multiple streams of income. When you're just jack of all trades, you'll never specialize in something enough where you start making multiple 6-figure income or even 7-figure income. And people will not follow you because one day you're doing forex, another day you're doing e-commerce, right? And then next day you're like, I'm going to do real estate. You're not going to build a following, and you're just going to be scrambling all over the place. And right,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're in if you're just everywhere. You're lacking the consistency. There's no leadership behind it. Right? People are always following somebody. So if you're doing too many things and you're just confusing everybody, it's hard to build a following. So if you're in online marketing, if you're in affiliate marketing, then just stick to affiliate marketing, stick to that whole online marketing, and just build the following, grow your list, and just promote your various offers, whether it's Instagram training or Facebook training or a new affiliate marketing program, right? Everything's targeted to these people. These people are always looking for traffic. They're looking for biz op, right? Build in that space, and that way you can dominate that space. And now all these people are coming to you and say, oh, how did you do that? Why are you always on the leaderboard? Because you're so focused in that niche, right? Don't try to be all over the place. And that would be my biggest tip for everyone. Is just stick to one thing and just be really good at it.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm glad you touched on that topic as a closing a topic. The power of focus. Because it's like if you're just trying to do too many things at once, it's just like you just said, like you don't want to be like a jack of all trades and a master of none. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows you for being good at anything. Which makes you average, right? So
Yeah,
like you're not original.
Yeah, I'm saying that from personal experience. When, like I said earlier, I've been in this space for 7 years, and there's a lot of ups and downs. And when it's the downtime, when I'm struggling, I'm panicking, I'm scrambling. There are times where I would post like Forex. And then next week I would post like, hey, I'm doing Amazon. I'm doing this new network marketing company. And people would be like, what are you doing, Kai? All right. So I've been there. So why don't I just focus on affiliate marketing instead of trying to be in MOM and eBay, Amazon, and Forex, and even tried real estate at one point. So I was all over the place, and it was so hard to make money because it was hard to build a following when you're in everything. And when you're in affiliate marketing, it's all about signing more people up and right, more people to join you. And it's hard when you're doing too many things at once.
Yeah, that's great, man. I totally agree with that. And you somehow have kept like maximum like engagement during all that. I almost feel like if I was trying to do too many things at once, I'd feel like I'd lose everybody. But I don't really know. I've been pretty focused on one thing for a little while now. I guess that goes back to your whole just being original and speaking from the heart, from inside. Yeah. And people are, at the end of the day, people don't buy companies, products, or services. People buy people, and they obviously they buy into you, and you're the kind of horse that people would want to bet on. You know what I mean? And I always say you don't bet on the horse on the racetrack. You bet on the horse. You know what I mean? And obviously, Kai's professional. And somebody that I'd bet on personally. And would love to find some common ground for myself to do business with Kai even, but I'm focused too, just like he was talking about focus too. But maybe down the road our focus is will become congruent and we can make some money together too. Would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out with gratitude, man. I'm grateful for you, man. Thanks, man.
Appreciate
you coming here today. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in the near future, doing something else. And thank you everybody for coming to Whatever It Takes Wednesday. This is episode 4. We're still a little new. I'll probably bring Kylo back on. You guys can comment below if you'd like me to bring Kylo back on down the road or something like that. Maybe we can talk about another topic. I actually got my man Sean here in the background. Thank you, Sean. For helping us with the show. He's going to probably be a guest too, full-time Amazon seller as well. And we'll see you on the next episode. Stay tuned. Be sure to like my Facebook fan page to get the next to get on the next show. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want you to go ahead and add Kylo as a friend. I'll have his link attached. Go ahead and like his fan page too. He's got a fan page. You can get and follow him, and I definitely recommend you follow Kylo closely and kind of get to know. You'll get to see him just being himself, over the next few weeks, and kind of even get a better understanding of what he was explaining with his perspective today. Did you have something else you wanted to say before
no, that's it.
It looked like you were getting ready to inch in there.
Oh, no. I just want to say, thanks for watching. Really appreciate, everyone's time, taking up their time to, they could have done everything else. They could have been, looking on YouTube or different Facebook Live videos and, right? So, but, thanks for taking the time to, chill with us.
Yes, awesome. All right, till next time, guys. Peace.